Given the following code segment, select the appropriate output. So first we're going to go to main, and we're going to see that we have a vector with several values and an unordered map where the key is an integer and the value is also an integer. And then we have two functions. So let's take a look at what will happen first. So what's going to happen is we call the vector by reference and we also call the hash table by reference. I iterate through the entire vector, and if this value, which is the current value in the vector, is not in the vector, I'm going to insert a hash. So let's go back down. I'm going to write out at the top here what the values are. So it's 1, 4, 5, 1, 7, 6, 7, 8, and 2. So now let's see what's actually going to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do a hash table, and I'm going to simplify it. I'm just going to put them in order, although this is not exactly how it's going to work out in the actual underlying architecture. So I look and say, well, 1's there, and now I value it. And I'll say, well, 4 is there, 1. 5 is not there, so I do 1. 1 is there, so now I'm going here, and I do plus plus, we get 2. And then we're going to get 7, which is 1. 6 is not there, so we're going to do 1. 7 is there, so we increment again. That's 2. 8 is not there, so that's going to be 1. And 2 is also not there, so we're now going to get 1. And so this is a representative hash table. The crucial thing is that we know that a function, given the key, will produce the value. So now let's go down. We have our hash table, and we see function 2 takes the hash table and has beginning and end. So we see it brings in the hash table, which we call the unordered map, and starts at 1 and ends at 8. So what's actually going on here? It starts at begin, goes to end, and iter plus plus. And it uses this iteration as the key lookup. And then what it does is it iterates through with the value and then prints out the key. So we start at 1, it's in there. We have 2 as the value, so it's going to iterate twice and it's going to print out iter. So it's going to print out 1, 1. Then we go to 2. 2 is in the hash, so it's there. 2 is 1, so it's going to print out 2 once. Then we do 3. 3 is not in the hash. 4 is in the hash and it's in there once. So we say 4, excuse me. 5, it's there. 6 is there. 7, jitter becomes 2 because this is what the map is. So it's going to be 7, 7, and then 8 is the last element here. So this is an approach known as counting sort. And let's map with the appropriate output. We see that C is our correct choice.